Here is God Send Me, my latest book, 144 verses or 144 poems for your spiritual awakening. I've included one of the poems in the back. I thought it was better than an introduction, and I've chosen a hardcover with the jacketed sleeve because I wanted to include more information as you go through the book. So in the beginning, you see the journey, what you're going to find in the book, and then at the back, you get to learn more about me, the author, and discover other things that I've created or I'm currently creating with my 2 podcasts. And if you remove the sleeve, it is the exact same cover. Let me show you. I've purposefully chosen to keep the same experience inside and the external cover to be the same, the external sleeve to be the same. This was possible using IngramSpark. Currently Amazon KDP does not offer this, but IngramSpark does, and they've done a beautiful job, I would say. The touch of the book is really smooth. This is not the glossy hardcover. Once again, it just felt appropriate for the type of book. And I've already done a glossy cover, which was my previous book, No One Knows Me. So I wanted to create something new, something different, and kind of experiment. What happens when you use different settings? So the first thing that you're going to see when you open the book is this short quote from my higher self. This isn't the book I wanted to write. This is the book that God wanted me to share. This is a channeled book, and the information that is contained in this collection of 144 verses came to me very quickly. All of these poems that are listed here, they came to me very quickly, and I captured them in the span of a month. Couple of weeks, I edited as fast as I could. I captured them as fast as I could, and then I edited the visual element, and I used IngramSpark to shape this into what it is right now. This visual was created by Canva AI, and then I think I fixed the edges using Photoshop. There's a short introduction as to what this book is, how it came into being, kind of explaining what God means to me and my connection to God, and inviting people, regardless of their religion, to join me in this exploration where we get to reconnect with our higher selves and our spiritual calling. This image, I think, wasn't AI generated. It was just captured from one of the websites that give you royalty-free images, which is what I've used for the background as well. And the law of one is critical for this book as it explains the interconnectedness of every single human being on earth. And this quote that comes from the Bible actually came to me in the very final stages of editing the book, proofreading the book. May they all be one, Father, just as you are in me and I am in you. May they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. Again, God Sent Me. This was the title that arrived right away. I didn't spend too much time thinking about the actual title. It was a different design initially, where I had O with the circle, which is the symbol of the sun. But then I saw one as I was playing with the fonts, and I realized, oh, there's a bigger message that wants to be captured and shared with this book, which happens to be the Law of One. What I really like about this book in particular is that I was able to use this image, which kind of looks like a logo in itself, to add it to the corner of every single page, which is, I think, a really cool addition to the experience. And what I've also done is use the clouds to create this effect just on this side. So I have the clouds with the logo, and and then the page numbering with the title of the book on the left side. And as you can see, most of the poems, they don't follow a particular rhythm or linked. They're freestyle. Some of them are a little bit longer, 2 pages. Most of them are just 1 page. There's plenty of space if you want to think about what you're reading and add your own thoughts and capture it inside the pages. I suppose make it your own book. I chose a darker color for the paper. Again, this was kind of intuitively picked up that I wanted to increase the length of the book, or rather the feel of the book, by adding the darker paper. And then we have the logo positioned on the side. Yeah, this is God Sent Me, the hardcover with a jacketed sleeve from IngramSpark. It took extra time to be printed and to be delivered, but it came with great condition. One thing I would say is that the second copy isn't as well printed because there is a line underneath, which is very obvious. This is a huge line, so when they were cutting the pages, they've added this huge line underneath, which kind of ruins the experience. And I like details. I'm very detail oriented, so I'm noticing it. I can also see it here. This shouldn't be such a wide gap. This is supposed to be a whole page, no edges. And there are some additional edges added when the printing company, so IngramSpark, were cutting it and gluing it. So I'm not happy about that. But then again, this is just a minor detail, something to be mindful of when it comes to packaging it and sending it. I would say, again, it's not perfect, but the first copy, immaculate. The second copy, not so immaculate, but relatively the same. So, you know, for anyone that's self-publishing and thinking about doing it themselves, it's doable. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't feel like it's unprofessional, but you notice that there are certain details like that. Even here, I can see a little bit of a line. It's not as obvious as the other one. Let me see the main image here. You can still see a little bit of a line, but it's not as noticeable. So I'm really happy with it. Considering this took about a month, less than a month to capture, and then a couple of weeks after that to edit and to put it into its sleeve. I'm very happy with the final results. This is a very beautifully crafted final version of the book that was possible using IngramSpark. Once again, I'm giving credit where credit is due. There's an author's note as well at the back, and I've added something. If you've enjoyed God Sent Me, you can read No One Knows Me, my first book, which actually fits with the theme of the Law of One. There it is, once again. This is probably one of my favorite parts about this. Just adds a dynamic. Yeah, God Sent Me, it's now available on Amazon, Waterstones, Barnes & Noble, and further bookstores. If you are a bookstore owner watching this video and you have readers who like poetry, spirituality, a little bit of religion, this is not your traditional religious book, although I do have biblical elements in here, but there's also an element of New Age spirituality, as the cool, well, not the cool, but as the new kids on the block refer to some of the themes I'm exploring here. You notice for archangels, and other words that might be used for activating your own spiritual remembrance and your own higher calling on earth. Happy reading. If you have any questions about this book or how to publish your own hardcover, your own poetry book, let me know in the comments or get in touch with me.